Hi, beautiful souls. If you find yourself overeating, drinking too much, maybe grabbing another glass of wine, overworking, taking too many projects on at work, going to the gym too much, and you find yourself doing those things, not because you find joy in them, but only just to numb some feeling you cannot even name, then this video is for you. Those are addictive behaviors that really disconnect us from our soul, because there's something that we quite cannot even name, but there's something inside of us calling for attention, but we don't want to pay attention to it. Therefore, we engage in those behaviors just to numb the voice. So we'll listen to the end. I'm going to share with you some techniques on how to overcome those, I would say, addictive behaviors and how to connect your voice. So my name is Joanna. Welcome to my channel. This channel is all about helping you live your best and happiest life, to connect your true self, your authentic self, because I really believe that you cannot be happy if you are disconnected from your authentic self. Helping you manifest your dreams, but the dreams that are actually authentic to you, not the fake dreams that somebody told you should have, but the true calling of your soul. This is what this channel is all about. So let's just jump back into the topic, because I feel like it's a really important one. And I can tell you that myself, in the past, I would find myself shopping too much, and I was kind of like, I caught myself like, why am I doing it? Like, what am I trying to avoid? Sometimes it was like, instead of just meditating or going within, I would find myself, buying another, red dress, even though I had 3 already in my closet. So those are behaviors that disconnect you. So let's talk about why is it so bad for you, and why is it actually disconnecting you from your manifestation? Because you cannot manifest your best and happiest life if you are disconnected from yourself, right? So how do you connect to yourself? By listening to your inner voice, and even listening to the pain. You have to listen to the pain, because the pain will tell you what is wrong in your life. And so many times I see people, drinking too much, where the truth is maybe they are in a toxic relationship, or maybe they are in a toxic job and they just need to get out of it. And once they get out of it, they find peace. But no, they don't want to make those changes. What do? They drink too much. They maybe work too much. They do those escaping mechanism things just to avoid their pain. And that is not the way to do it. My friends, unfortunately, we can try to numb as much as we can, but those numbing mechanisms only lead to even more problems, because now maybe your credit card is like out of control, or maybe now you have a drinking problem, or maybe now you became so obese and overweight because you ate too much trying to avoid the pain. So this is why, my friends, I made this video. I hope it helped you. So let's go to how to stop those behaviors. Number 1 to stop it is awareness. Whenever you try, like you catch yourself going after this behavior again, like, okay, maybe you feel like you're bored, you have this we have this weird feeling inside, and you don't even know quite how to name it, and you want, maybe instead of doing naming of your feeling, you just want to grab a glass of wine, because that's going to kill the feeling. It's going to make you feel better for a second, right? So be aware. Like, number 1 with everything, with manifesting and in life, is really be self-aware. Once you become self-aware, that is the first step. So catch yourself starting this behavior. And when you catch yourself starting this behavior, stop, and then tell yourself this. This is a very important affirmation. And the affirmation goes like that. I am willing to sit with my feelings and accept them as they are, and I'm willing to listen. So I'm willing to sit with my feelings, and sit with those feelings, and ask yourself, why is it that you want to grab another piece of cake when you are truly full and you don't really need one? Or maybe why do you want to go online and shop again for whatever it is that you shop for? Or maybe why do you want this glass of wine? Like, what feelings are you trying to numb? Be aware of that. Then number 3 from that is is going deeper. And I'm not sure how many of you will be willing to do that, but try to go deeper and try to ask yourself, like, what is this feeling trying to tell me about my life? Because I believe that our feelings are there for a reason. Our feelings are our guides. Very often you will have a sense about something is bad for you, or maybe you are supposed to make changes in your life. And if you don't make those changes, you will just perpetuate more toxic behaviors. And that is really like the worst things you can do, because this is how your soul is going to kind of like, I would say, die on a deeper level, like just withdraw, and it's going to stop. You will stop being happy. Really, that's the bottom line. If you don't listen to your inner voice, and that's really sad, because I see it so often. I see people just being miserable, and I can just tell. I just look at their life and I just know, like, hey, you really need to get out of this relationship, or really you need to get a new job. Like, you are just miserable, and you are putting up with misery in your life, and you are doing all those numbing behaviors because you just don't want to face the truth. And yeah, there's a cost for facing the truth. The cost for facing the truth is that there might be some changes we'll have to make. And because we avoid changes, we prefer to numb. But friends, this is not the way to go. Like please, like, listen to me. Change is inevitable part of life. I remember this quote from my physics books when I was a kid, and it stuck with me, and I forgot who said that. But it was, you cannot walk into the same river twice, for you are not the same man, and it's not the same river. And what does it mean? It means that you are changing as a person, and also the river's flowing, right? So it's not the same water anymore. And please comment below, let me know who said this quote. I don't want to be Googling it now right now, but comment below, let me know who said this quote. You cannot walk into the same river twice, for you're not the same man, and it's not the same river. So this is how life goes. And if you are not willing to accept that, which is just the law of physics, the law of earth, the law of life, you are going to suffer, and you are going to engage in those toxic behaviors, which are really, really bad for you. So how does it relate to manifesting, and how does it relate to law of attraction? Well, in so many ways. I could talk about this for hours, but when you are not in your true self, and when you are numbing, you actually don't even know what you truly want, because you are numbing. So let's say, instead of sitting with your feeling and asking yourself, hey, Joanna, what I really want, from my life, like from my next steps, like where do I really want to go on vacation this year? Like, what does my soul really call for? Instead of doing this, you are numbing. And when you are numbing, you don't even know what you want. And when you don't know what you want, then you'll be living your life based on other people's agendas. And that is going to be a very miserable life. I can promise you, I tried to live like this for a second, and it's miserable. So I invite you to connect yourself. And then once you know your own truth, and once you know your own pain, because it's really sometimes pain, and sometimes people have a weird feeling about the pain, but sometimes pain is our biggest friend, because our pain, or when you are not happy with something, it's really your soul telling you, hey, it's time for a change. And because people have hard time with change, they numb. And then when they numb, they disconnect. So once you can recognize your pain, and recognize the changes you need to make, that is how you're going to still start living your authentic truth. And when you start living your authentic truth, so I just want to make sure my microphone is still on. When you live in your authentic truth, that is how you can actually create the life you desire. So I invite you to start connecting with your pain. Instead of numbing it, connect to it. Ask yourself, invite it in meditation. Even if you don't feel well, one day, and you feel miserable about something, in your meditation, like in your prayer, whatever it is that you do, whatever your practice you have, I think we all should have some way of connecting to our inner soul. And And ask yourself, what is this pain trying to tell me? And go from there. And the magic is going to start happen when you start to be honest with yourself. Because when you, if you are, I truly believe, if you are not honest with yourself, you cannot be honest with anybody else, right? If you are lying to yourself about something in your life, then you will be lying to everyone. So be honest with yourself, friends. Connect, overcome the pain. If you need help with any of the addictive behaviors, please get help. There's a lot of help out there. But try first just with being self-aware, with encouraging the pain to come through and asking, what is it trying to tell me? And when you do that, the magic is going to start to happen. I promise you, you'll be happier, you'll be more radiant, you will feel more in control of your life, and even people around you, they will feel this difference. So keep shining your light, my friends. I hope it helps and somebody. Comment below, let me know where this quote is from. Who said that? I think it was maybe Aristotle. I'm not quite sure though, but I'm going to check it right after. Please comment below to let me know. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.